welcome back. So for today's project we will be looking at doing bedside lamps. I nearly said tables, bedside lamps. For this project I will be upcycling these really old Kmart lamps. Now these ones I probably got when I was still in school, so I think they were like $5 back then and they were like in the kids section, so I was like, oh yeah, I quite like those, I'll grab 2 of them. Thank you, younger me. So what they look like is, this is just the bottom bit. It's not very big, about 30 centimeters, and just the standard old like little clip on clip off ones. They even have like this very small little, like, let me show you, like small little bulbs that go in the top of that as well. But that's the bottom, which I am planning on hopefully spray painting black. I definitely wanted black. I was either debating gold or black, and I really kind of am leaning towards the black more. This is what the lampshade looks like. Now with this one, it did reach me in one piece without having been broken, but as I was unpacking it, something happened. So this is what it looks like at the moment. So you can see like it's all scratched up or broken. It's not, again, not very big, probably about 25, not even, like 20 maybe, 20 centimeters. So it is not very big at all, but what I will be doing with this one is I've got like a bunch of twine. So I'm thinking of maybe doing like wrapping it across the sides, like inside, outside, or maybe even, I'm just not sure how I'd go with keeping it steady in the middle. So the other idea that I had though, because I've got these old bamboo sticks, like, you know, like the skewers that you get. I'm thinking maybe I save the twine for a different project around the house, and this time maybe only use those sticks and kind of give them a good spray paint, or even just maybe stain them like a different color. So that's my idea with this. Hopefully it pans out, hopefully. Because the thing is, if I was to just stick on the sticks with this one as well, I won't have to worry about keeping this. Like, I can just take it all off, cut it off, and even if I wanted to make it like longer so that it like covers more, like goes further down, I could possibly do that as well. So that would be good. That's an idea. I think I like that.
So the supplies needed to create part 1 of this project is paper towel, wood stain, cord or twine, a glue gun, some glue sticks, gloves, wire cutters or the backside of pliers, scissors and bamboo skewers. Now for part 2, the base, I used Rust-Oleum's 2X flat black spray paint. I used the 240 grit sanding paper as well as the 600 grit sanding paper, and lastly some masking tape. So first I went ahead and prepared the bamboo skewers simply because I was using stain. So I had to make sure that I start off this part first, simply to allow for the stain to dry. In this video you can see me using a paintbrush to apply the stain. However, I would not recommend this. I found that using the brush turned staining into a massive mess, and I wasted so much of the wood stain in the process. If I could redo this, I probably would just use a lint-free cloth instead, or simply just use the paper towel. I think using both the brush and the paper towel actually just doubled the time that I spent working on this project. After I individually stained the skewers, I then went ahead and placed them in an old styrofoam block in order for the skewers to dry separately and not attach to one another. Now, with cutting off the sharp ends, I used the back end of my pliers as I simply could not find my wire cutters anywhere. However, I'm pretty sure they will surface now that this project is done. Once the skewers dried and they were cut to size, I then proceeded to remove the current wrapping from the lampshades. I then decided to wrap the frame in cord, simply because it had this sticky residue on there and I could not get all the plastic wrapping off. So I thought that this may also be more beneficial than spray painting the frames, as it also gives the glue something coarse to adhere to. I then proceeded to glue 3 columns to the frames to ensure the same height is kept all around. This was also to simplify the process of gluing the skewers to the outside, as it kept the frame somewhat stable. Now, this part here was quite enjoyable and not as tedious as it may seem. I found that the most challenging part of attaching the skewers to the outside frame was actually making sure that the first skewer was straight. It seemed that wherever you put the first skewer, the rest just tended to follow. So lucky for me, the glue gun I have is low heat, and as such I felt quite comfortable touching the glue soon after placing the sticks, which also allowed for less cleanup in the end, and also made sure that I was able to shift sticks without the fear of getting burnt. To start off with, I sanded down the base with a piece of 240 grit sandpaper. I did, however, find that this was slightly too coarse and opted for the 600 grit instead. I then simply wiped off the dust with some paper towel and started to wrap the sections that I did not want painted in masking tape. The last step was to spray paint it. For this, I laid down some newspaper outside and simply covered the bases in paint. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up or even leave me your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.